Hey, my name is Spencer. I'm one of the founders here at BuildBetter, and I'm going to give a super quick demo of projects in 3.1. This is a huge release for us because I think we've been waiting to build experiences that highlight how valuable it is for you to record every type of call inside of BuildBetter with your team. Now, projects is a killer experience that we think kind of answers those questions of what's going on inside of this project? Who's working on it? What's the status? Is there a blocker? Is there a change? Is there an update? All of these questions are often being answered inside of not just one call, but we're having repeat calls talking about the same thing, updating different people about the same information. Information is just getting lost amongst these calls, and we want to centralize that and make that as valuable as possible for the rest of the team and organization, and hopefully save us a lot of time on the operational labor and the mundane work that we often are stuck doing. So to kick off, let's just talk about how we kind of use projects. So projects takes a concept from tags and then turns that into these project briefs. So we've already introduced tags before, but I'm going to go ahead and click on a call itself, and you'll see that there are tags related to a specific call. I can add and create as many tags as I want to call, but for now, a project is related to just one tag. Once I tag a call that is the same tag with a project, and I'll show you how to create that in a second, that tag will automatically get added to the project and a new project brief will get updated with the relevant information from that call. We've done a lot of work, and I'll tell you how you can help us improve this to make sure that when you add a tag to a call and you update the brief, we only pull in information that is relevant to that project based off of the description of that project itself. We're often in calls and we talk about a lot of different things, and we don't want to update the project brief with random projects or random information. So you can see here what the project brief can look like. These are automatically generated based off of specific criteria that we're able to gather from the call. So every project brief is going to be a little bit different depending on the information we can or can't gather from that call itself. And of course, as you add more information, as you have more calls about that project itself, the brief will be able to fill itself out to more fidelity and be able to provide more information. So you can see here that we have, this was about a bug. So this was more of kind of a pre-mortem, maybe post-mortem about a specific issue that we had with our call recorder last week as we were scaling up our service. This gives me a quick project brief, as well as a summary, details, highlights and insights, customer feedback, insights that we got from customers throughout this process, next steps and recommendations, technical specifications, blockers, goals, objectives, acknowledgements, anything you would kind of want to know about this call. And of course, it was updated at Friday at 11 a.m. with the last call that was added. So all I needed to do was just tag the call that I wasn't even part of, and now I have a brief automatically updated. So this is a great way where I didn't even have to go to the other team members on that call to be able to ask what happened? What was the status? Now, of course, you still have summaries on these calls and other ways of getting information, but this is a great way to be able to understand a specific topic about what's going on with that project and how I can best use that information to make a decision moving forward. So some quick things. We have the ability, of course, to add new tags to a project from a project itself. I can go ahead here and delete the existing tag that I've added to this project. You'll see I have access to all the calls here that I've done over the most recent week, and then I can add a tag to those existing calls, and then it will add to the project brief itself. Now, project briefs can be really anything. Of course, they can be features. So this is a project that we have around projects itself. Very meta, I know. And this is a great way for me to understand what's the status of a project as well as bugs and other issues like that. I also create projects for general user research, more ongoing concepts at the company. So you see here I have discovery and onboarding. So every onboarding call gets added to the project brief. And because calls can have multiple tags, I can have a call in multiple projects. So this is a great way for me to organize my calls into specific kind of buckets or folders where I can more easily access them and see the status of those specific topics right from BuildBetter. So to create a project, you're going to click on the plus button and then you're going to give it a project name. This can be similar to the tag that you give it. So if I wanted to create one for all of our bugs, I could say bugs and then give a bugs project title, or I could do a specific. So I could say something like search and then have the search bug, the search tag there associated with it. We also have descriptions. So I really want to talk about descriptions because I think it's so critical to get these product working well. So descriptions is really kind of the core of how we build these briefs and how we get them better. We take the description of the project that you're working on and we use that to find relevant information from your project. So the more detail and the higher the quality of the detail that you give us, such as keywords, ideas, concepts, things like that inside of the description, the better we're able to write these project briefs and find information from other calls. Then of course you can add a tag and then you can make this public or private. So either only you will see it or specific participants that you invite. So you can just add specific participants or you can just make this public for everyone. And that's how you create a project brief. There are a ton of other bug fixes and improvements, UX, UI stuff inside of this 3.1 update that I'm sure you're seeing as you update the product itself. We have a new chat UI. We have a new calls page, which allows you to see all of your calls at once and filter through them. And then, of course, a new people's page as well. We are so excited to get your feedback on projects, how we can add different types of project briefs like PRD, postmortems, premortems, bugs, one-on-ones. All these types of briefs we know are really important and critical to your ability to save time by recording calls with BuildBetter, and we're excited to get your feedback. So that is a super high level of projects, and I am so excited to get your feedback. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and we will ship another update very soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.